Start streaming. Let's share. Oh, I can share this. The share button. Oops. The share button exists before I hit start streaming. So I could probably share it before that. But he's getting a little antsy up there.
He's fine. You just started whining because I grabbed your feet. What is this? What is this?
I don't know if they could hear him. He was so quiet.
No.
Anyway, so we're back on Tolbrynd. Not much to say about much. We have... Yeah? You gonna be a pain?
Come here. Come here. Lafayette.
We have most of the scenery work done. In fact, I think most of this episode is going to be industries. But one of the things we do have to do is place cows in the fields.
Cows.
Which, okay,
Hi,
yeah, I
guys.
did remember the grass. Oh, I'm the Admiral. This is Guya.
And this is Lafayette.
Yes. And he's complaining because he doesn't really want to be held right now.
He's being,
But-
as Dean would call him, the baby.
He's the baby. Cow flock small. I can just put two-dimensional... I can put these everywhere if I want to.
What about three-dimensional cows?
I do have three-dimensional cows.
Three-dimensional cows.
I mean, okay. Let's just make a bunch of them.
Do you have calves?
Do it? No. Oh, I have cow hurt now. That's the two-dimensional ones. I have so many cows.
Do those.
Why?
Why not?
Cow standing.
Bessie.
These are some very well detailed cows, honestly.
I wish you could name the cows because I'd name that one.
I mean, I could.
Bessie.
I'll just put this one in the middle, asserting dominance.
Bessie.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna need to copy and paste the cows, so I'll just move this one. I'll hide that one in there. So anyway,
Hide the cows.
we're gonna
Can you,
need to copy paste the cows. What?
I was gonna say, can you yeah, that. I
What?
was gonna say, could you do that and then just...
Yeah, just gonna put like a few clusters of cows all over the world.
Press.
I'll make a big cluster there, I guess. A cluster truck.
What's up, Ellis?
What's up, Mopac? Good people in here, I mean, I like all the viewers, but I like all the viewers equally. I just like some more equally than others. If you want to talk about it, you can, because yeah, one of the things that Glory and I have been doing is
a podcast on our movie list, and the podcast is called The Real List.
yes, REEL space LIST. That is the new show. It's been airing on the community channel. The first episode is here on my channel, so you can find it relatively easily if you want to. But there's a playlist on the community channel for all that stuff. The community channel, by the way, is just The Iron Horseman. Not much to it other than that. We've been going through a movie list. We have 3 episodes out now and a 4th one coming soon, TM. They release every Sunday. So, yeah. They release every Sunday. We have an episode out on the Green Mile, an episode out on the Money Pit,
V for Vendetta.
and V for Vendetta. That was our first episode. I think we definitely have improved so far. I would say the Money Pit is the best episode that's out, but the Sherlock Holmes episode.
All right, I'll put you down.
The Sherlock Holmes episode, which is episode 5, is
That will be coming out next Sunday.
yes, not this coming, but the one after. That is one that I think is top of the barrel
Yeah.
thus far. I need a big cluster of cows. I want some. No, you know what? I can't grab that because there are trees in the mix. Yes, the Robert Downey Jr. one. Iron Man as Sherlock Holmes.
Iron Man.
Iron Man when he's dressed up as a woman.
You'll get that reference once you watch the podcast when it comes out.
Okay, so hi. Wanted to make sure we plugged that because it's actually it's a fun thing. It's a 30-minute show, so it doesn't take a ton of your time. Uh, let's just have some cows here, just by the trolley stop, just because
Cows.
cows
I mean,
make you happy.
yeah, you got some raccoons?
Do I? No. Maybe on the download station. Hold on. Let's see. Is there a freeware raccoon?
Raccoon? Nope.
No. Hold on. I need to switch to download station. Raccoon. Yes. There's also a PRR sleeper called Raccoon Rapids, which is painted in New York Central colors, according to the thumbnail. That's not right. I don't like that.
You got raccoons now?
Yes, I have a raccoon. I bet you he's two-dimensional, but... Here. I've activated walk camera.
Yeah, he's
Two-dimensional raccoon. Hide the sleeper in the forest. No, I don't think I'm gonna have that.
You already got the cow.
It's a little cursed. The cow has its own sleeper car just in the woods. It lives there. Yes, you can have some of my water. Okay. Thank you, my dear.
An Easter egg raccoon.
Yeah. Thank you. I like that there's some love for the Robert Downey Jr. ones. One of the things I call out specifically is that there, a lot of the time, isn't a lot of love for the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes movies.
Well, I've never seen them, so I was like, I can't see him as Iron Man.
Yeah, it's tough going into it now after all these years of MCU. It's named raccoon for the PR New York Central paid. Cursed. It is, yeah, like I said, it's tough going into it if you're a Marvel fan, knowing Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, and then seeing him as Sherlock Holmes and being like, huh, this is a little weird. Like, I don't know how to take this. It's, is he Sherlock Holmes? Is he Iron Man? Really, he's just Robert Downey Jr. I mean, who doesn't want to act like that, right? If you take Robert Downey Jr., if you take Tony Stark and drop him in the 1800s and tell him to solve crimes, he's just that Iron Man, or that Sherlock Holmes. There's no two ways about it. But even still, I thoroughly enjoy that movie in particular. The first one, I don't have a lot of love lost on. I don't really care about, but the second one I adore. I don't know why it is that I always end up with the sequels of movies. Like, I have Star Trek Into Darkness, but I don't have the 2009 one. I have Sherlock Holmes: A Game of Shadows, but I don't have the 2009 one. And
sometimes the sequel's just better.
And I have Tron Legacy, but not the 1980s one or whenever that was. Which I should buy that because, I mean, more Jeff Bridges is a good thing, right? If you want an okay Sherlock Holmes and Watson, oh god, yeah, no, I heard that there was not very much good about that. Maybe I got that wrong, but you can tell me if I'm wrong or right. I just heard there was not very much pleasant to say about that movie. Which, speaking of movies that don't have a lot to say about them that's particularly pleasant, I may even bring this up in the... I'm retreading a lot of ground, honestly, and I shouldn't be. But people will forget it by the time 2 weeks comes around. The movie Battleship, right? No, I love it. And I was watching a video earlier, or really listening to a video, where a Navy admiral was talking about the realism of movies featuring battleships and warships and naval battles, I should say. And he opens his segment on Battleship with, "I love this movie," or whatever. And I was just like, yes, some vindication. Like, there's a Navy person out there that loves this terrible movie. And I love it too, and I'll admit that it's not good, but I think I own it, and I'm happy to own it. Maybe I I don't actually know. I don't actually remember if I own it. But if I do, I'm glad I do.
You done with the cows?
I am done with the cows. I think I'm missing, I think, one dairy farm. But I wanted to get grass in over here. I'll come back for more cows in a minute.
Yeah, cows.
Midway is pretty good if you're just in it for the Hollywood movie. I mean, there's plenty of things to grouse about with Midway from a historical accuracy standpoint. Yes. But it is an enjoyable movie. And it's a sound movie. I wouldn't call it a bad movie.
What's Midway?
Midway is just it's another war movie. It's about the Battle of Midway and the things that led up to it. It's a World War II Navy film. But the thing that's fun about it is it was made like in 2018, which means you get all the big budget special effects that the old World War II movies don't have. And it was fun because I talked to my dad about it because I went to see it with him, if I remember. Yeah, I went to see it with him in theaters. And he was so excited because he's always loved World War II films, and because the selection on those there's even more over there. Because the selection on those is kind of narrow, you know? There's a lot that came out, but there's not a lot that came out in recent memory. So, you have these World War II movies to choose from, but a lot of them look kind of crap, or at the very least they have very dated special effects. And, you know, we're talking special effects, like, there we go. We're talking special effects, like practical effects, blowing up models, and it can be pretty cool, but it can't do everything that modern computer-generated CGI can. So, he was super excited to be able to see a World War II movie, but have it up to date with modern digital effects, etc. Here he comes. Here comes the boy. Hello, boy. I have not watched Greyhound because I haven't had the opportunity to. Like, I wanted to watch it with my dad, and then it came out on, like, Apple Plus only. Apple TV. And I was like, well, I'm not paying for that just to watch Greyhound. But we got Apple TV until, what, the beginning or end of March?
March 6th.
March 6th. And now I need to make a date to sit down and watch Greyhound because I really want to. And he and I have wanted to since, you know, since the very beginning. Since the advertisements first came out, and we just couldn't. We just had no way of doing it. Yes, 1917.
We should do a podcast on that movie.
Yes, I love 1917. I bought 1917. And
it was only $5.
Yeah, and I showed it to you, or I watched it for the first time with you, right?
Yes.
And then I showed it to my dad.
It was on the movie list.
Mm-hmm. Whistle on a steam engine in 20... No, I haven't. You know what? I've done it in the old content manager in like Trainz 2006, but I haven't done it since. I'm not the guy who edits stuff. I receive assets from wonderful people like Matt. Greyhound was so close to being good. I mean, I'd heard good things about Greyhound.
I don't know. I'm not big into war movies, so.
Yeah. Specs Uncanny Valley for which? Okay, I love you. We're just talking about war movies now. The war. Time to fight the war again. What is the next movie? Oh, it's Dinosaur. What? After Sherlock Holmes? Rent. We're watching Rent. The SFX from Midway. They're not incredible, but they're pretty good. Especially compared to what my dad's used to watching, you know? Badly made tiger tanks from war movies. Yes. Honestly, the tiger's always so scary. You know what? Is the tiger in Kelly's Heroes remotely accurate? Because that is the first time, I think, when I was growing up, that was the first time I had the fear of God put into me by a tiger tank. Alright, cows I can mark off the list. And I didn't know what they were or why they were scary, but I knew that they were scary. So I can't remember much about that. Granted is bad in the same way as Midway. The accuracy's not there when you get to the shooting. See, the thing about the accuracy in Midway is just like some of the special effects and like the personal stuff is off, from my understanding. Like the characters aren't accurate with the word. Oh, okay, yeah. T-34 with a box on top of it. Okay, fair enough. I mean, you do what you can with what you got. All right, I'm gonna slide the camera back over so I'm center of frame. Uh, really? Dean, you of all people haven't seen Kelly's Heroes? It's a worthwhile movie. It's a funny movie. It's good. Um, Same with Saving Private Ryan. See, these are the movies I would have 100% think you'd seen. Kelly's Heroes, Saving Private Ryan, Black Hawk Down, maybe. Uh, the Porsche Tiger. It's designed like that. That's weird. Um, yeah, I don't know if Jojo Rabbit is a war movie either, but I did really enjoy that. I watched that one in theaters with my mom. Actually, baby, have you seen Jojo Rabbit? Oh man, that's got to go on the movie list. That's got to go on the movie list. That cracked me up. Um, the tiger, yes, there is. There's 100%. There's tigers everywhere in Black Hawk Down. Uh, War movie. Down Periscope is a peace movie. It's a peacetime movie. From everything that I've heard, um, uh, Das Boot is a great movie about a submarine in wartime, and Down Periscope is a great movie about a submarine in peacetime. Like they both, like no other, encapsulate what being a submariner is like. And I know that it's like, okay, but that's a comedy. Like, Down Periscope is a comedy. It's jokes. It's funny. But, I mean, it's the military. When you're not at super heightened alert status, you're dicking around. You're doing nothing. Uh, uh, so that sort of gets me about that. I love Down Periscope. Yeah, no reasons. It is a valid reason for the quotation marks. I'm just gonna put oily pile of sand there, I guess. I'm gonna put. No, that doesn't work. Um. I just wanted to put some more stuff over here, but Red October is a fantastic film. The Hunt for Red October is absolute, like an instant classic sort of film. It's always been good. There's never been any question about how good it is. And at the same time, it's one of those movies where when I think like, ooh, I want to show someone a movie, I never think Hunt for Red October. I'll acknowledge how good it is, but it's never at the top of my list of like, oh, I want to watch this movie with someone, or even watch this movie at all. Maybe if it's on, I'll watch it, but like 10 times out of 10, if I get the choice between, or maybe 9 times out of 10, there's always that 10th dentist or whatever. I will pick Down Periscope over uh, over watching Red October. But, it is what it is. So, we need to do shrubs in Mason Valley? Why? I don't really want to do shrubs. But you know what, whatever. Let's just do some stuff along the main road where it's visible from the tracks. Shrub. Also, man, am I hungry. Fast shrub group. Holy Moses. That's some big shrubs. Okay. Let's see. I want some not two-dimensional shrubs. There we go. There we go. What about the Balkan Wars? Would be fun. Put a cow in someone's backyard. Oh, that's what we're doing. Let me go get Bessie. She's coming to this. She's coming to a backyard. A backyard near you. There she is. You're getting rehomed. We're gonna take you down the river. Band of Brothers is very, very good. Not a movie, but very good. You know what movie needs to happen is a movie about the last battle, in Castle Uther. That needs to happen. It's just gonna go in this backyard, just right there. Oh, B.O.B. Battle of Britain. That is a good movie. B.O.B. is not a clear enough acronym for anything. I assume we can all agree that Band of Brothers, despite not being Battle of Britain, is also very good. Who is Bob? You can watch Bob. Don't forget about the Bob emergency. If you bring up Bob, we got to talk about the Bob emergency. Not a war movie, not really a movie, but one of my favorite sports documentaries, or one of my favorite documentaries on the internet. Probably close to my second favorite. Nothing can top the history of the Seattle Mariners, but it may well be my second favorite. I've never cared so much about people named Bob. Put a slide in someone's yard? Yeah, I guess I could do that. We already spent a lot of time doing shrubs and stuff. I don't really feel like doing them again. Oh, Lafayette saw a dog outside. Yes, now we're talking boys. Love John boys. Oh, I don't have a slide. Playground. Nope, I only have... Really? Now there's only 2? Wow, they went quick. We had 9 a couple of years ago. That's upsetting that there are only 2 left. Plant thick grass. Reminds me of your mother, Trebek. There he goes. Alright, there it is. Let's see. Most cowardly punt this season was. Yes. I recently rewatched that along with Kickoffs Are Stupid and Bad. Bessie eating a tobacco plant. You're just making me do all sorts of work here. This is the last shrub. There we go. Yeah, that's all we're doing. We're not doing more than that. Not worth it. I put some more shrubs in. Fill in holes using the grid fill tool. I kind of already did that. So, that's all set. We need to do industries, and then we're basically done. I can't... Like, we can look around and make note of, like, oh, this could do more, this could use more. But in general, we're kind of done with this area. At least as far as stuff on this side of the river goes. We're not going to do this side of the river until later. We're not going to do this side of the river until later. But as far as this stuff goes, this is pretty much done. Although, if I had to mark what areas I could and couldn't complete, I'd do it like this. Because maybe we will return to this. So, give me some red paint. More red paint, please. Okay, along the edge here. Because this area, this will all have to get redone. which I'm missing a tile over here. We will need to add a tile there. But that, we just smeared lipstick on everything. Yeah, bad tiger portrayals in war movies. Rare. We'll probably want to put... We're clipping the corner here. So... we can always paint over this again. There we go. Yeah, so here... these are the tiles we can't touch, or we shouldn't touch. So here, here, and... of course, all along over here. But West Oakcliff is a bigger question than I feel like answering right now. To bike on American roads is the most difficult thing ever. Hey, you and East can commiserate about that. And I can too, I guess, to an extent, but it's been a while. Biking on American roads, I guess you're in California, huh? Because I sure as hell can't do that this time of year here. Not going to be biking anywhere. There we go. Actually, this can be left alone, this side here. So, let me grab the grid. And just paint over this. But really, I should be marking whole tiles, not edges. Like a normal person. What does that mean, like a normal person? Normal people ride bikes too. Normal, well-adjusted people use all forms of transportation based on what's most effective, most efficient, and most cost-effective. I'm not going to take my car somewhere if I don't have to. Because I don't feel like trying to find a place to park it. Did I just... oh, that red dot was already there. Okay, so other than this, these tiles can be finished. Why does... oh, yeah. Lemon stealing horse. So these tiles can be finished if I had a mind to do it. Which, I'll leave these out. Oh, in addition, obviously, this stuff over here. Although, I would like to fill in... oh, right, my scrap pile. I would like to fill in more tiles over here so that you can't see the backside of the route from over here. I do take the plane to the grocery store. Yes. Hey, we gotta get flying cars, man. We were supposed to get them, like, by 2015. It's been 7 years. Where are my flying cars? We got hoverboards, but they're basically, like... they're just a gimmick, right? They're a gimmick for you to break your spine. So... what is... oh, I missed with some grass. Oh, I missed with some grass at one point or another. How did I manage this, and how have I not noticed it for so... why is it invisible? Why is it... why can't I see it? What have I done? Hold on. Hold, please. Advanced. Ground. Effect layer. Oh, never mind, it's gone now. That was strange. Listen, I thought that genuinely, for a moment, I had swiped the wrong way with my tool when I was filling in the fields and just dumped grass somewhere. I've done that kind of thing before. In fact, I've done it often. So, you know. The waiting area and pick you up from the airport if you fly. That's interesting. Now talk about a gimmick. I am getting inspiration to work on Doe Cliff, though. So, I am going to dedicate myself to filling in some areas that I know are going to not be adjusted later. For the moment, um, and I do want the hills in some respect to be a little threatening, but none of these things are tall or steep enough to have that problem. The gimmick is the waiter throwing rolls at you. That's funny. When I say gimmick, I don't exclusively or explicitly mean a bad thing. Um, there are good gimmicks. It's just I'm saying it as a weird thing that happens or that they do. Alright, so I want to grab the denser forest because I've lost a lot of the density. Actually, I do want to do the less dense farther from. So let's grab the less dense forest. Or at least someplace where it looks like there's like a medium amount of density. Maybe I'll just get the edge here and we'll get weird strips of trees. But hopefully I'll pad them out enough that that won't be a problem. Because the thing is, I do want good tree density for most of this, but I don't necessarily want an overbearing amount of trees. And I don't want to have a route that I'm releasing with so many empty spaces. Because that doesn't make me happy. When I released the first version of this route, well, that's one of three reasons. One is just for appearances, which I'll get to in a second. Two is just to spread the work out, really. One is I don't like it, two is I don't think it'll look good when it comes out, and three is to make sure that I get this done, because when we move on from this area, I probably won't be looking back at it for a while. And if I don't do it now, when will I do it? In 4 years when we come back to this area? Particularly just these treed-in areas, because, I mean, it's not like it's going to be a lot of work. Although I probably shouldn't be doing some of this stuff. Anything sounds good to me right now. I'm starving. Okay. Especially just having the ground over here finished. Ah, thanks. Thank you. Thank you, East. Thanks, kiddo. I'm famished. Naming your kid famished, that'd be a move. Hi, Dad, I'm hungry. Hi, hungry, I'm Dad. Why did you name me this way? So I'm going to avoid some of this because clearly some of this was meant to be not forested completely. I need to think about the terrain before I just dump trees everywhere all the time. That's why just doing this isn't necessarily always the best policy. But back here, it's definitely the right policy. I'll go up to here. Wait. Yeah. The point is to just have rolling hills covered in trees. They don't need to be perfect. And the thing is, a lot of the time, area that's forested naturally and hasn't been messed with by humans at all, or at least in a while, is just going to be straight woods. Like, there's not going to be really any variation to it. It's just going to be straight woods. And why is there a castle in the northwestern U.S.? This isn't in the northwestern U.S. And B, it was supposed to be modeled after a Gillette Castle, so somebody just decided they wanted to build a castle, and they did. That's why. This is an area that is somewhat like the United States in a lot of ways, but it's not. I mean, it's not in the U.S. It may not even be on Earth. I mean, have you ever heard of these locations? Because I sure haven't. Uh, and it has its own chronology, which is, again, vaguely like North America with colonization, etc., but isn't necessarily North America. Who's to say that there wasn't a feudal period or something before, long, long time ago? In fact, I've kind of wanted to incorporate this. I've wanted to incorporate this world into another world building project that I started working on a little while ago. And by working on, I mean I came up with a concept, I threw it out there, and I sort of sat on it for, until now because I don't have the time or energy to work on another world that isn't the Housatonic right now, or this one, or the Iron Horseman. There are other things that are way in front of that in terms of priority. So I haven't uh, I haven't worked on it at all. But the vague idea of it is a steampunk, dieselpunk, sort of Leviathan trilogy-esque world, World War I-esque world. Oops, that's a little too close to the shoreline. And it takes place on a Dyson sphere built by an ancient civilization, not unlike the Forerunners from Halo. So you have a mix of World War I technology or World War I-esque technology with some, steampunk or dieselpunk or fantasy-esque elements thrown in. Some of the fantasy stuff is contributed to by the fact that there is ludicrously advanced technology that's the foundation of this Dyson sphere, and some of it is worshipped, but as the series would go on, and in my ideal world it would be a book series that would have quite a few entries, you would see what would effectively be super weapons get uncovered as the people of the Dyson sphere start to unlock the potential of the ancient systems that are buried within. So you have a lot of very conflicting sort of technologies all happening at the same time, and what that would do for the ongoing war or wars, what that would do for society in that situation is pretty up for grabs. I would have to think about what sort of upheaval that might cause. So, yeah, that's my idea, and I termed it the Dyson 1920 project because it's supposed to be a 1920s-esque world. And again, I just wrote out some basic outlines, just the details that I've told you now, essentially. And then I put it away because I wasn't in the place to work on it, and I'm still not. So, if you're curious, and if anyone wants to come around and toss around ideas with me, I'm more than happy to indulge. Because I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Or, if anything. So, also, this should not be going down at the back. Although, that wouldn't be a bad way to send a road through. Do we have any road? We do have a road going off this way. So there's that. I would like to get this side done. I just don't have the drive in me. I mean, I don't really have the drive in me to do much right now. I need to be seeding industries and seeding the route and everything. But I don't feel like it. The thing with seeding is it's really tough to draw a line between what's seeded and what's auto. And obviously auto, I've written auto as, okay, any engine with, no, this is not Iron Horseman Chronicles related. Anything that has AI automatically attached to it is going to be on the auto level. Oh boy, that's some lag. And anything that doesn't won't be. But that means that just about everything is on the auto level, except for, you know, one or two trolley cars and all the freight cars. In fact, I was trying to fit a trolley car in the back of one of these barns because I wanted them to be in. I wanted there to be something here if you turn off the auto layer. So, you know, if we turn that off, those guys disappear, but we still have this trolley here. But I can't put something on top of these guys because it'll say you can't. Damn, the gang's all here. Yeah, I know, right? It's fun. It's good. It's a good Thursday night. I'm glad everyone's here on a nice Thursday night. Now, I was looking at this, and you'll notice that before the episode started, I threw down a couple extra trailers because and a shed because this area felt empty. But I just don't know what to do with it really, and also if I sit over here, my computer gets very angry with me. So I'm once again pushing the boundaries of what I can reasonably do on my own PC, which is not really the right thing to do, but it's what we're doing. The car barn is Old Depot N1. I don't know where I got it or how I found it, but that's what it is. So, turn off the route layer and watch everything disappear. Watch the world get Thanos snapped. It's good that nothing else shows up. It's good that I didn't accidentally put anything on the session layer and that everything's on the route layer and everything's gone. Honestly, that's probably the best thing I could have asked for. Boop. Three guys in a shed rebuilding the 2-foot. So, the idea, I think we're going to turn our focus to seeding the route now. Because the idea of seeding this route is having enough stuff here that it can be run without worrying, you know, with just from opening it up. And a lot of stuff is going to end up on the seed layer that deserves to be on the auto layer or will end up on the auto layer eventually. Meanwhile, I need to go delete that trolley because that doesn't belong there. This is a siding that's specifically for transferring freight to and from the interurban, which means, I need to cancel, or I need to delete that. That means that's where the boxcar that goes to Monkey Bananas is going to be sitting. Or will get sat for the transfer. But we need to look at our industries. What's this? Oh. Okay, I see. I see the thing that he sent me, and I can see that it is in fact a T-34. That's pretty great. Okay. Need a drink first. Now, I don't want to lose the chat this early, but we're going to have to do it. Unless you guys just want to look at this, which, the thing is, this is supposed to be a textile mill, and I can't get it to do that. So I think we're gonna do a rate. I wonder what this means. Produce a rate every X seconds probably. We're gonna just do general goods. It's gonna have a general goods output, which is just gonna be the way it has to be because we don't have anything for any of these other assets. Which I'm going to double check just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure we don't. Let me open my Tolbrynd thing. Industries in balance, No, the cotton bulk, the, I think maybe the dyes. We might, no, we don't have anything. Okay. So yeah, we need to change this over. This is going to be just general goods. And we need to take down this fence. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this fence. Because I am going to make both of these the same industry. We'll have a drop-off and a pickup. And I think we can get away with this. I think this will be fine. When in doubt, general goods is right, but the thing I really want to have is, high priority cars that have to go to certain places. And this doesn't let me do that. So, oh well. Now, this currently accepts... It doesn't accept anything because it probably didn't work when I wanted it to. It was supposed to accept lumber and flat stock. But I need to think of what might be an interesting commodity to have it take in. If it's just going to output, thing. By the way, something we do have, we have a flour commodity and we have a flour bag pallet commodity, which is an interesting thing to have because we can directly transfer one to the other. Now, the idea with this place is it would be a textile mill, and it's designed as a textile mill. But if you can think of something else that might go into a place that produces general goods like this, you're welcome to speak now or forever hold your peace. Although I will be asking again and again and again. Is he? Is Gorbachev still alive? That's kind of exciting. Well, exciting is not the right word. That's sort of, I didn't expect that. Surprising is the right word, and I said exciting for some reason, because I love the Soviet Union that much. Let's see. We could just have it drop off water. That'd be fun. Here, I'll flip this over so that you guys can see the thing that I'm looking at. And I'm going to pitch my camera down just a little bit. This is all the things that I have. And if you guys know another, thing, ooh, paper rolls. Paper rolls. They're in the 40-foot boxcar copper range. That I wouldn't be upset with, dropping off paper rolls. Although dropping off paper rolls at a place with a smokestack is a little odd. But whatever. We'll say they get unrolled here, and then they get shifted into there or something. I don't know. 9 years old and thing still kipping. It's a bad thing they collapsed. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. But it is a bad thing for one reason. Which is the United States government is a system of checks and balances, and there are 4 important branches of that government that all need to be present and functioning in order for the system to be balanced and running properly. And those are, of course, the judicial branch, the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the Soviet Union. And if you don't have all 4 of those, the US government gets all cocked up. The reason this is, I can prove this by pointing out the bridge in West Virginia that was not built until the Soviet Union came in and said, hey, we'll build this bridge. And the US government said, oh, no, you're not doing that. We'll do it. Don't worry, we got this. We'll handle our own stuff. Which, of course, they were ignoring previous to that. But the point is, you need to have that outside pressure of someone you're trying to be better than in order to be good. In order to want to be good. Because if you don't have that, then you can just do whatever the hell you want, and you don't, there's no repercussions. I feel like we've lost that in the modern era. Hi, Shoreline. Anyway, we need to think about what we're putting into this place. And I think I do want to go with paper because it means I get to have a paper mill somewhere on this route. Let's pull up the route map really quick. because I didn't bring that up last time. Pictures, maps, Tolbrynd. Where's the big map? Actually, maybe I did bring it up last time. I think I did, actually. But, we've got all this stuff that we can bring in. C-beams, casting sand, cement bag pallets. Cheese, we can bring in cheese if we want to do that. But I'm thinking paper. And here's the thing. Somewhere on this railroad, we need to have a paper mill. And I don't know where yet, but somewhere. Now, we don't have anywhere that produces pulpwood yet, so that's where we need to start. Don't nobody say a word about my voice crack. But probably, let's say right here. Let's say, no, because that's way up in the mountains. We need a place. We need a more open place probably to produce pulpwood, unless I really want to make this like just like a high flat area with tons of trees. This all is supposed to be mountains, so that doesn't really help me. Now the thing is, we're supposed to have all this stuff over here, and once upon a time the Geiger Mountains was a big loop. But coal comes from here and eventually goes all the way over there. Where are we going to get pulpwood? Now, pulpwood can come from a lot of places. I associate it mostly with Maine and their paper mills there, but of course the Pacific Northwest is that way also. I do actually think down here we could get away with having a paper mill, or at least having some sort of farming thing, or, not farming, some logging operation that's producing pulpwood. Do we have pulpwood as a commodity? I would hope so. If not, I bet you we can find it. Yeah, so we don't have it, but I bet you we can find it because we don't have any bulkhead flats. And if we get some bulkhead flats, I'll bet you they'll have a pulpwood load. Lumber load for gondola. These lumber loads are close enough, but they're not what I need to have. So let's see if I can find that now. Bulkhead. 36-inch bulkhead flat car. Pipe gone. Bulkhead UB. Those are way too new. Allagash bulkhead. Why does it only have one truck in the middle? What is wrong with these? Bulkhead flat car with center posts. No, those are too new. 45-foot Southern Pacific. Yeah, these are sort of getting there. Let me download that. Pulpwood flat car lighter for Southern. What is an old school? How long is a pulpwood flat car? Bulkhead flat cars. Those are GSI. Those are still SP. CN undecorated. No. Let's just try pulpwood. Okay, well that sort of thing. Not really helpful, but that sort of thing is fine. Yeah, so like that, right? What's with the truck in the middle? I don't actually know. I would like to find one lettered for a road that I know is old, so that I know it's the right kind of pulpwood flat car, or I'm going to go back to Bulkhead because there were more results for that. So let's go like way down to the bottom. The Rock Island Bulkhead flat car, that's really long. Older style. So that's fair enough, I guess. Older style. Provided with auto running numbers. Let's download this. And someone in the comments probably already knows, like, a good one. So let me look real quick. Guys should download it to test it. Olive Branch has lumber mills. But it doesn't necessarily have... Yeah, see, these I don't want. I keep looking at them. Let me try this 45-foot one. And then the one that I was looking at that had the weird central thing. I mean, Allagash is good. We love the Allagash. So let's try all these and see what we've got. Wrong button. Oh, it's still downloading them. Come on. Oh, let's actually put it in here. I'll punch in Pulpwood first to see if I had anything downloaded to begin with. No. How about Pulp? Nope. How about Bulkhead? Oh, there's the Allagash. So this one looks better now that it's on the ground. I really just want to know if I'm setting up the supply chain properly. And does this have... Let's see. Okay. This has those kind of things, not what I need. I would like something... This is way too new. But the max load is also 1, which isn't great. Actually, I mean, these things are only going to be full or empty. And I'm going to be moving a lot of them. So it's not really a big deal if it's just that. Let's see. This looks more like it. And yeah, so this has pulpwood split logs, pulpwood poles, pulp lumber rough cut. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, so we'll use this SP one, because I like that. This Rock Island one also looks neat. Let's see what it... Oh my god. That's a lot. It goes off the edge. Hold on. Oh, and it can also haul general goods. How good? How wonderful is that? And all generators. But I'm not going to do all this. Lumber load for older bulkhead. I mean, that's cool, but I don't really want that. I'm definitely not going to use it. So I think I'm sticking with the SP one here. Although this one, these two are the same. I think I like this one better. Okay, so we're gonna need reskins of this. Hey Matt, are you here? So this is called. We're gonna need to enter this in the spreadsheet. This is called this DES bulkhead flat car GSI blah blah blah. So starts with DES. So scroll over here. We'll put this stuff in order. This is not in order. DES, which would come before this. Insert one column, 3 columns left. Merge this cell. Dump that in there. Copy over everything else. Whoops. And, of course, put the things there, and this. Nope, don't do that. Glad I didn't do that. Although undo is a thing. Okay, so now we need to put in the items for this, of which there are 4. And I think they're all new. If I had to hazard a guess, I think they're all new. Let's find out. Ooh, hold on, let me get rid of this. There we go. So, starting from the top, we have pulpwood split logs for... Can I copy and paste this? No. Gosh darn it. Okay. Go down to P. P for pulpwood. You guys really stuck around once when I was doing this for something that had way too many assets. So, please stick around for this. The only thing is, this isn't even, like, relevant right now. We're never going to get to that side of the map. I'm telling you, we're never going to get there. But if by some miracle, some way, some time we do, we'll be able to use these cars. L comes before S, so. Pulpwood logs for GSI. GSI. I really wrote GIS both times. That's something from work. There are probably people in the chat who know what that is. Bulkhead DS product. All of these are going to be 1. Next one is Pulpwood Poles, which are going to be here. Pulpwood Poles for GSI. Bulkhead DS product. And finally, lumber. So nowhere near these. Lumber rough cut for GSI. LU. LUM down here. Insert 1 row below. Lumber rough cut for GSI. Bulkhead DS product. Okay, so now we need to put these guys in the thing, which we need this for. Except this is 1 Q0 item 3. And this references this cell on to the next one, which are all under P for pulpwood, so up here. And I had gone past them because I wasn't even looking for them. 1, 2, 3. Real quick, we'll do this. 1, 1, 1. 0, 0, 0. And finally, split logs is first. Yes. Split logs is 0. Regular logs is 1. Poles is 2. Cool, we've entered another vehicle into our thing. Now we're not going to use it. So, I need some sort of platform to put over here. Let's see. Concrete platform spline. So, with this, I guess we could say something like the... Well, they wouldn't use a concrete platform for this. Maybe the paper gets treated? I don't know. But it gets taken off here. They're clearly not using something that requires gigantic paper spools. So they've got to be pretty small. I just don't know what would require this. Although, you know what else I can do? I can probably put a platform on both sides. It's a terrible idea. The other thing is, you'd really want to be unloading these or loading these inside, because heaven forbid it rains. Whatever, we're dealing. And the other thing is, I could always, instead of paper, I could do some sort of lumber. Like a center beam type lumber, loaded lumber. I just don't know if that's reasonable. We can't really have an indoor unloading thing anyway, because there's no interior on these, so... Yeah, while it's a little bit of a suspension of disbelief to do this, I think we're just going to have to deal with it. So let's put this guy up on the platform level. I'm going to slide this forward, I guess. More towards the middle of the platform. And... let's see. Yeah. Here it's cut to the right shape, or there it's printed, or something like that. Something like that. It's going to be Put Home Printing. Put Home Printing, paper drop-off. So we're going to fix that, and then this is just going to be general goods. Unfortunately, it's just going to produce normally. You know what? We're going to multiple industry this sucker. This is probably going to be a relatively busy place. I mean, look at it. Or, this can be something else that uses paper. I mean, what else uses paper? I mean, we could just go with the super, like, kitschy sort of Put Home paper products as a name. That wouldn't be too bad, honestly. I mean, it would be a little dumb sounding, but it wouldn't be too bad. Printing is bad enough. Can you detach, please? I think it did. Yeah, it did. Okay. I love how it spreads them out like that. I know the game doesn't know what it's doing, but it is kind of silly that that's the behavior. I can't complain about it, because when it works as intended, it's quite helpful. In fairness, it's definitely working as intended. It's just not... the intention of it is not... Why can't I... Oh, because it's over there. Because this is this, not this. There we go. Oh. Oh, and here I was thinking, oh, that's a great little... like, I made a little bitty connection there to keep the track straight. No, I depended on the industry to keep the track straight, so now I need a straight track there. There we go. Meanwhile, I need to make this invisible. Nope, not what I wanted to do. Try again. Try a third time. Try a fourth time. That's what I'm talking about. The other thing is it does this with the buffers, which is not helpful. Like, very not helpful. Okay, let's check on the chat again, because I can't see you guys. Challenge them to a duel. I can have a shed over the track, and in fact I was thinking about that. But how do you get them anywhere? In fact, yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna have to deal with it the way it is. So, there we go. MV Food Home Printing, which is what I called the other one, I think. Yeah. So now we need we need an industry link. Industry link. Throw one down right there. We're gonna need to move paper from one to the other. So paper roll. We need to check. Which one is it? It is paper roll. Yes, it is just paper roll. Paper roll. Limited to 256 units apparently. Don't really like that, but whatever. Why is it limited like that? Why would you do that? Paper roll. General goods. The second one. No, not the second one. Oh crap! I didn't set the thing. Now we're screwed. Can't do it. Hopefully it didn't save. Right? Didn't save? It saved. How about now? No. Really bugs me. Oh, I need to spin it around, huh? Wish someone would figure out why that happens and fix it. No, I want it to connect to the other end, please. No. Injury. Okay, hold on. Let's just fix this first. Move you out of the way. Grab this. Plug into that side. And then plug this side into it. MV printing, paper drop off. First things first, we put the paper roll in. Yes. Next things next, we put it on the track. Unload from vehicle. Products. Items. Waybill 50%. The other thing we do, general goods. Also limited to 256 units. We'll figure that one out in a minute. Over here, we need general goods. The first one. Tracks. General goods. Load into vehicle. Okay, now that that's done, now that that's squared away, we need to figure out how much we're moving. So, the paper roll, 34, it's for the copper range boxcar, right? Oh, there's one. Paper roll. Yeah, there it is. Boxcar 40-foot copper range version 2. 34 per thing. Let's see. I think I want to do 3 cars? That seems like a lot, but I do want to do 3 cars. Thing is, because you don't see those cars show up a lot in a consist. So, I can just drop them there, and then go for paper roll, fill them up, just because, just for now. Oh, let's transfer that to the other two, move them over here. So that's 34 times 3, which, real quick, let me go to my calculator over here. $102, so that's not too bad. Oh, I'm clicking with the wrong question mark, that's why. 102, that makes this 204. That's actually the most we can do without going over that limit, so 102. General goods, I need to switch over to items as well. 50%. Unload from vehicle. Processes, take the paper roll and turn it into general goods. So, what are we going to produce? Probably 2 carloads, because it's not going to be 3 to 2 for sure. The 2 carloads, yes, I am going to the Model Railroad Show, by the way. Sorry, B&M, I didn't see you post that. I absolutely am. I'll be there both days. I'll be at the Providence Northern booth. You can come find me if you can make it there despite the snowstorm. Good luck to you and everyone else trying to get there. Both nature and God will be trying to prevent this event, because we'll have a crazy snowstorm and everyone's going to get COVID if you do make it. So, enjoy the show. I'll be there. I'll try my very hardest not to cough on you. But I make no promises. So, general goods are in the box. General goods box. Those go in which boxcar? Because I have too many now. Oh, those are the narrow gauge. That's the narrow gauge version. My bad. 40-foot boxcar, nickel plate. Oh, you know what? It's only 16, so I could justify 4 boxcars. 40-foot boxcar. I've also been intermittently using the C&O ones. It's any of the jointed rail ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, crap. I've made a mistake. Something which I famously never do. Can you couple, for the love of God? Oh, they're on different tracks. Wait a minute, what? What? There. Okay, honestly, I think 4 is too many because it blocks the crossing. So, we'll go with 3. Which are still going to end up stopped like here because of the AI, but you know what, you got a deal. So, 3 boxcars of general goods, that makes, let's see, a total of, so it's 16 per, that's a total of 16, 32, 48. So 48, we're taking 102 and making it 48. We can definitely divide 48 by 4. I'm pretty sure we can't divide 102 by 4. 2 by 4. We can probably divide it by 8. Over 8. No. We can divide it by 2. I don't know why I thought we could divide it by 8 if we couldn't divide it by 4. We can divide it by 2, that's not what I need. Time to Google. Factors of 102. I feel like there should be plenty. 6 is a factor, and I think it's also a factor of 48. Because 48 is 12 times 4. Yes. Okay, so we'll go for 6s. We'll force the way through snow, so help me Christ. Be careful, honestly. It's gonna be rough out there on Saturday at least. And I don't want anyone getting hurt. I don't want to hear about any of my precious few subscribers sliding into a ditch. If I do it, it's different. If you guys do it, it's bad. Units per production, let's say 17. Time for production, 14. Oh, we've seen that number before. And so it's going to produce 6 times, equals 48 divided by, oops, it's not divided by 6. 8. 3 divided by 6 is 8. Okay, so we actually only need to figure out one thing. So we do that last because if we change it, we know it messes it up. You're going to consume 17 at a time. Whoops. Keep clicking on the wrong thing. I'm so bad about that. 17 at a time. Then you're going to produce 8. That's what I said, right? 8. Wrong thing. There we go. Producing 8 items. 14,400. We've created that. One last thing to do is set up the industry link, product link from food home manufacturing, from the paper drop off to the goods pickup, general goods. We're going to need to set the other one as well, though. So real quick, let's clear these cars out. And stick them somewhere. Oh, they can stay right there, actually. Oh, wait, other way around. These need to be empty, the other ones need to be full. So fill that up. Or transfer that over, rather. And then you get to be full. So 16. Carry that on over. But I need to grab underneath. If I can grab the multiple industry, yes I can. Switch this to items if I haven't already. I have not. Queues, size. 3 carloads means, well, I can split it between the two. But 3 carloads means 36. 36 times, or no, it's 48. We already figured that out. 48 times 2 is 896. 96. Waybill 0. And you start with 36. 48. 48. Meanwhile, this should start with nothing in general goods, because they all get transferred away. But I still need to set this inventory. 96. 0. Yeah, wait, that's the one that gets 0. This one gets 50. Wrong thing. Okay, how'd I grab it the first 2 times? This one gets 50. Okay. Fantastic. What's next? We can knock off a couple industries off this list. We actually get to delete one from the consumer side. So, delete cells. Oh, delete and shift up. It takes paper roll now. And it takes 102 of them, right? Yeah. 102 of them. We'll set that to be not that. Day 89 since an injury in this one. By the way, food home printing, paper drop off, and then on this side, MV Textiles. Is that how I did it? Goods pick up? Oh, it's general goods pickup. That's kind of what I thought. Okay. Yes, you can. I mean, I don't know. Can you?
May I use your phone? I'm
Yes.
just gonna sit here and watch YouTube and play Sims.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you.
Dishes are done. Pick a shirt.
Sorry.
I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I don't even know what I'm gonna wear because
Well,
I
let
have to wear
that
slippers.
let that help. Yeah, you do. Let that help you. Let that help your decision. Don't pick something too fancy, because I don't want to put pants on. Well, I mean, I want to put jeans on, but not nice pants. Sure. I like that one. That one's warm. Okay, so general goods outbox. It produces 48, and with a maximum of 48. So that's one more thing cleared off the board. We have Cork and Sons, and we have the Bendover warehouse also, which general goods in crate and lumber, which I didn't really want to do lumber. What's another thing we can stick in there? Although we should really probably do just general goods, because we know what happens if we try to put more than one on. Let's just check on the stream. Hello. I heard a lot about the Bills and Chief game. Force my way through the snow, yeah. The flights were kind of expensive, and I mean you'd be stuck here in the snow. What is that? Oh, it's a picture of Benny. Baby. New picture of Benny. Anyway, it was a hell of a thing, the Bills Chiefs game. See, the thing is, this already works, and I don't really want to mess with it, because somehow we managed to get the multiple pickup drop-off to work for more than one commodity. So, that's good. But on the other hand, I don't want to do lumber here. It just doesn't make sense to me. We have lumber being produced over here, if I remember right. Yeah, the 8-foot lumber, but I don't immediately want to send that over there. Or, well, maybe I do. Maybe one car of it can go over here. Because, let's see. How much is it supposed to be consuming? We need to switch this over to items. Well, there's always next year and possibly less a chance of getting COVID. So, we have these set up. This one, yeah, so it is actually set up correctly, I think. Because if we look at these carloads of lumber, a carload is 4 items. It consumes 4 items. So there's that. I actually maybe I don't want to mess with this. And it consumes what? 2 carloads of general goods. So yeah, honestly, I think I'll keep this the way it is. We just need to make sure the production works fine. And it looks like it does, because it looks like I had a brain on. Awesome, I'll see you. If I make it. If I'm not there, I'm probably upside down in a ditch on I-90. Come looking for me. I will try to, A, pay attention to Discord, which I probably will the whole day, and B, I will let everyone know when I'm going to be at the booth. We're usually in the Better Living Center, if I'm remembering right. We're near the G-Scale layout and AA Hobbies. I wish I was taking the train, but for several reasons it's not convenient. Yeah. No. Blue shirt with a skull on it. So offer the chance to... Yeah, no, that's, 1225 is going to be a fun thing. I might do that next year, also. Just for kicks. There's so many places I want to go this coming year. Yeah, I will be doing the podcast from an overturned Volvo wagon on the side of Interstate 90 during a snowstorm. Oh, good, you found it. Ah, good. You gonna wear that?
Yeah, because the shirt has some blue in it.
Okay. I'm glad she didn't hear that. Never mind, it turns out she did. Okay, so as an aside, I need to see. Oh, the other. I just put down stuff and it's not on the seed level. I need to be putting stuff on the seed level. Or maybe it is on the seed level. I just put down stuff and it is on the seed level when it shouldn't be. Yeah, that's not right. So let's fix that. Yeah, found my missing hubcap. Let's see, route layer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I was about to say, tell me I didn't crash the game. Route layer. You as well, and the other one, nope, not that. The other one, nope, not that. Welcome, Orion. It's okay, you're fashionably late. And you'll notice that I'm on the windowed mode for reasons. Really? I can't click on it now? What the heck? Alright, there we go. Gonna make me angry for a minute. Save the game yet, then. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I'll save the game. So, we have two major industries left to go. The Bendover Warehouse needs to be renamed. But these guys are all set for commodities. I'm happy with that. And the naming convention means that we can use the Bendover Warehouse somewhere else also. We could even have it have the same things. We can even have two of these elsewhere on the map that take the other two carloads of lumber. OL Bendover Warehouse. That's all we need to do. And it'll just be written like this. We will get rid of this. And Cork and Sons is, I think, the only one left. Because everything else is set up. Including that. Locke's Quarry, I think I put on last time. Or I think I did. Yeah, Locke's Quarry. Pronounced Lux, if I remember right. The stuff up here in Lionhead. Oh, the colliery isn't done. The colliery and the freight house and Elvira Valley Grain, all three of these still need to go on there. So, you know what? I think I want to tackle something difficult, though. So, I will write Lionhead Industries on the operation. And the thing I think I want to rack my brain about today is the big one, the wool mill. So we have coal coming in for the on-site power plant. We have two different kinds of drop-offs here for two different kinds of goods. I don't even know what they're going to be yet. We have the sheep. So this is an input. This is an input. This is an output. And these two are also outputs. Only one of these, I'm going to say, can be general goods. The other ones we have to get creative. So, let's think about what we can put as an output of these sorts of places, which, again, we don't have very much. I mean, if you guys know of anything, say so now, because I couldn't tell you what I'm going to put here. It's supposed to be coming out of a wool mill, so think about what we're getting here. Now, we could have some sort of waste product. That's something that I've thought about. We could have some sort of product crate. the thing is, so it's a bleachery, right? And I didn't set up anything here for like chemicals. I didn't set up any pipe works or anything. We just have two warehouses that are connected by a thing, and the main bleaching plant here. Which bleachery? An establishment where bleaching is done. Yes, thank you. Fall River Bleachery. Now, 50 tons per day in 1906, but I don't have much details on what would be going in and what would be going out. So, I'll need to think about that, and I'll need to see, do we have bleach in here? Because I don't think we do. That would be a nice thing to have, but I don't think we have it. So, yeah, we don't have bleach. We've got beer. But that won't do us very much good. Let's see. How is wool bleached? With a stabilized solution of hydrogen peroxide. So, not chlorine, hydrogen peroxide, which I think we have. Let's see. HI. No, we don't. We might have something under peroxide? I really thought we had that. What are these other... Because we got the tank car with all the different kinds of stuff in it. So, what were those things? Not that one, not that tank car. Your SD Warren company with bunker sea oil, ammonia. Okay, ammonia, maybe this is the tank car I'm thinking of. Diesel fuel, crude oil. No, this isn't it, is it? Catalan slurry, LNG, LPG, paint, petrol, potassium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, and sulfuric acid. That's what it was. We had the two sulfuric acid ones. And of course, water. We didn't have hydrogen peroxide. Which is upsetting, because it means we're going to need to add another thing. Okay. At least I'm doing the research, right? Can always make custom loads if you need. Well, that's the thing. I keep asking for them, and I'm not getting them. I don't have time to make them myself. I only have time to make the route. But I would love someone to make me a boxcar that has these loads. Which I know they're cotton, which doesn't help because this is a wool mill. But any of this stuff would be immensely helpful. Would love it. But at the very least, we need hydrogen peroxide. And that's going to be a tough thing to get our hands on, I think. Now, I can unload it over here, but I don't have a specialized unloading rack for it. These are both warehouse tracks, so these would both be some kind of goods, probably. This, on the other hand, I could see being an input. In fact, yeah, if I'm gonna do hydrogen peroxide, it's gonna be here. So now I need to find hydrogen peroxide. I need to see if I have it first. Let's find out. Installed. I have hydrogen gas. Okay. Download station. Hydrogen. Okay, I wonder what that's in. Liquid hydrogen product. LNA hydrogen safety car. Okay. That's interesting. Hydrogen car. Although, that's not hydrogen peroxide. I bet you this is not a hydrogen peroxide car. Oh, these are the Mars ones? Yeah, that's not helpful. Um, Now, will load on flat cars doesn't mean there's a flat car that will load it. So that's a problem, because I bet you I can't find a damn flat car with this on it. Although, yeah. Well, that's also hydrogen tanks. Um, Download that, because at least I have that, but what am I going to do with it? This is another product. It's a storage tank. Hydrogen fluoride, that's not good. I need to find a flat car that uses that, but God knows I won't. Hey, there's all the pulpwood flat cars. I just found them. Yeah, so that's not it. What about the 50-foot flat car? Same thing. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to transport that. That's upsetting. Um, let's see. Bleaching of wool. Can you bleach wool? Um, Not chlorine bleach. How is wool bleached industrially? Specifically this. Hydrogen peroxide. I wish there was an alternative. I need some sort of oxide. Yeah, no, you don't have to worry what it looks like. It's in a boxcar, it doesn't have to be a texture. Although, yeah, in fairness, the tubes of hydrogen definitely can't come out of a boxcar door. But that's neither here nor there. That's not important. Um, Carbonizing, chlorinating, bleaching, uh, carbonizing, scouring to remove wool grease. Carbonizing curls and grease of wool contains a high percentage of vegetable matter. Okay, so, ooh, this uses sulfuric acid. That we can do. Sodium carbonate. Ooh, do we have that? Okay, so we have sulfuric acid. Do we have sodium carbonate? Let me double check with the sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid, we have two kinds. The other one was sodium carbonate. We definitely have sodium hydroxide. That's not it. Probably not even close. Small barb scales. When the machine is wool wash and dry, the scales can become interlocked. Usually dry clean or hand wash. Machine washable wool. Prevented treating barb scales with chlorine, applying a thin polymer coating. So that's... I want to know when this became a thing. oldest chlorinating agents. I'm surprised I didn't get like a Wikipedia page. I just want to know when. No. We're in Hercasset. Developed by. When was method created? Well, it's probably not that old considering it was developed in Australia. Uh, 2013. Well, I don't think that was the calcium hypochlorite. It still doesn't say when. DCCA. I'm drowning in information here. This is not helping. Okay. We're not going to do that. We're going to do this. We're going to do the sodium, sulfuric acid. Been baking in a dryer. So that's something we can do here. And that also explains why this would get its own coal plant. Hydrogen car is real, proof of concept. Well, hydrogen, we're not talking about hydrogen. We're talking about hydrogen, what did I say? Hydrogen dioxide that was used. But either way, we can absolutely get this out of here. We can absolutely do that here. So this is question, pickup. We're going to throw in a product here. That product is sulfuric acid 87%. So we're going to use that. This is obviously going to be coal, although it can be dropped off by either. We're going to have to do some shenanigans with the... we're going to have to decide what we're going to do there. Coal. As I add these, I should be doing this just to make sure, and to make sure I don't screw anything up. Unload from vehicle, products, here, items. What about the other one? Coal. Products. Items. Need pictures. No, it's just a big tank. It looks like just a big tube. Unload from vehicle. I mean, you had to transport hydrogen gas at some point. So unload from vehicle. Okay, so we got those two done. This one. This one we need sheep. Which sheep are we using? That's my question. Oh wait, no, sorry, I'm thinking of LNG. I'm dumb. Okay, so it's this kind of sheep. The one that looks like it's staring into your soul and is judging you. It's just called sheep, and there's no two ways about it. Boy, I'm glad I procrastinated on this. Alright, I got about half an hour left to get this sorted out. If I don't, I lose 1,000 points. Thankfully, the points don't matter. So, oh, helium rail car. Neat. Okay, so sheep. Size 80. Waybill 30%. I need units of sheep to be in sheep. Individual sheep, that is. And you're going to start with 40. So, Actually, I don't want this to start with 40. I take that back. We need to do the numbers later. But this one I know is going to have 40. Or is going to, you know. So, these two, that's fine because we don't know what's going on there. This I would kind of like to be my center point. But I don't know if that's reasonable either. So this is going to unload from vehicle. We're also going to switch this to items if we haven't done that already. We have not. This needs to unload from vehicle, which I think I neglected to do. There we go. Unload from vehicle. We're unloading the sheep. The sheep never go back. They come here and they disappear. Now, on this side, we need to be creating two different things. The first one is going to be general goods, obviously. So that's that one. We need to figure out what else this thing is producing. Let's see. Byproduct. Oops. Sorry. Products of wool bleachery. Let me look through my commodities again. Wheat, wood chips. So we're not going to be chipping the sheep. So that's not helpful. Uh-oh. Someone's on my spreadsheet. I bet it's Matt. Hi, Matt. Soda ash. No. Sheep. What if it's just sheep? It's just sheep. Invisible sheep. That's even better. Domestic granular, blah blah blah. Oats, nickel, mineral. IKEA pallets. IKEA pallets. That's what we'll be creating. What do you mean it's on? You know what? Actually, some kind of palleted item would probably not be a bad thing to take away from this. In fact, the thing is, IKEA pallet. I don't think we're not doing IKEA as much as I want to. Invisible cows. It's just not. I need like another kind of general goods. I need like a miscellaneous clothes or some such thing. Byproducts. Is this searchable? No. In rope form and then boiled for several hours. In a solution of soda ash or caustic soda. Also things we have. Well, that's for cotton, so that's different. There's some flowery language in that. I mean, the only thing I can think of is general goods, and we have plenty of those. So, what else are we gonna do? I mean, even the IKEA pallets, what do those go in? If I wanted to use IKEA pallets as another form of goods, oh, they go in the Boston and Maine boxcar. Okay. Load weldment 1A undercoat. That's not helpful. Malt, mineral, oil drums, tank load of paint, pallet of goods, pallet of stock feed bags. My point is, when you're going, if anyone reskins freight cars for Tolbrynd, I would be more than happy if they checked in with me and went, hey, are there any commodities you want me to throw into this? Of course, I'm really bad and I don't respond, but keep bugging me. I'm trying, man. Uh, San Marcos product crate. I mean, these are like, yeah, that goes in the reefer. Huh. Steel products. Yeah, no, none of these things come from a thing. I don't know what else you use wool for other than itchy sweaters. So, couldn't tell you. Tolbrynd needs pipe gun. So here's the deal uh, about universal boxcar and asset list and whatever. I appreciate the fact that there are different boxcars that can hold different things, but I would definitely like a boxcar that has some sort of that has a lot of those DES products. That's mainly what I need, and I haven't written down any of the products that I don't have because I just don't use them, which is intentional. So, general goods. I'm sitting here and I want to finish this, but if I am going to get a thing that can, hold other stuff, then I don't want to finish this. Sorry, I'm yawning so much. Okay, I just have to settle on something. It's not like I only have bad options. I have no options. Uh, I mean, I could always just have pallets get dropped off here, or something. Uh, something else could be. Oh, Matt's typing. On on the one hand, is there a difference between the NKP and the B&M box? Yes, there is. Actually, the B&M box has a bunch of things that the NKP box does not have, and vice versa, I believe. And the Copper Range one is different as well. There's there's a reason why I have the different box cars, and it's because I was sort of, yeah. I mean, look at them. So this one has this one has these two. They both have this. This one has corn, this one has farm equipment, and this one doesn't. Yeah, they're all in here for different reasons. And honestly, if you made a boxcar that was uh, like general goods and a couple of other minor things, and then all the DES textiles, that would be more than happy. Be more than happy to have another boxcar. Uh, but but if you did want to make, for the sake of Tolbrynd insanity, the ideal boxcar, the ideal hopper car, the ideal gondola car, the ideal, whatever, you're totally welcome to do that. I just like having a bunch of different ones, and I wouldn't mind continuing to have a bunch of different ones because it makes my logistics a little more interesting. It means I have more things to keep track of, but that shouldn't be a barrier, so to speak, so much. Anyway, the other thing I can do, I can have both of these load boxcars of general goods, and the reason I can do that is because I can split the general goods out. However, I don't know if that's possible. We ran into this problem with the other thing. I take that back. I know it's possible. How we go about it is a different story. So, that's how we'll do it. We'll have both of these be general goods for now. Matt, I know you're typing in there, but I, you know, I see or I don't see. Yeah, warehouse 1. Let's get some general goods in here. What the heck is this? There's another kind of general goods. I'm not going to use that. Uh, okay. So if I wanted to, okay, that's the other thing though. Because general goods are so few to a carload, I don't really run into the problem of running out of, or of, not being able to fit in general goods. So that's kind of a weird like problem that solves itself. I think I'll just leave warehouse. I'll leave this as warehouse 2. I'll change this to warehouse 1. And we'll just use... The other thing is, this is really close to the fouling point. Let me slide this back a little bit. And I'm also going to change them back, because I want to be able to shove further. Warehouse 2. Warehouse 1. I'm glad it doesn't yell at me when I name things the same way anymore. Also, I forgot that it is officially called the Fall River Bleachery. Now, let's say we wanted to have an absurd amount of cars come out of here. So how many can we stuff in the siding? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Really. And I could probably get away with at least 8. If I wanted to move 8 per day. Now, that's 6... they said 50 tons per day was the Fall River Bleachery. If I'm making general goods, this is about half that, honestly. So, 43,000 pounds is about 25 tons. Or 49,000 pounds, rather. It's about 29 tons. So either this is going to be way above that, or I am so overestimating how many boxcars this place could produce in a day. So I need to think about that. That's estimated. It's estimated. We could totally go nuts and just have this place produce butt tons. I mean, it employs the whole town. So, this place I'll go nuts with. Hello. Hello, Tyrese Joseph. So, yeah, you know what? Let's go crazy. Let's go crazy. Let's grab some multiple industry links. We have about 20 minutes to do a buttload of math. We're going to need 2 for this. We're going to need 1 for this. We're going to need 1 for this. And also, I'm going to throw in 1 over here in case we decide to use this second platform for something and change things up later, which we can always do. Where to get the YouTube name Admiral Ellis from? So I used to write books, and they were sci-fi, sort of fan fiction, and I had a self-insert character that is much more blatant than your average self-insert character, who was literally Admiral Ellis. It was myself, as a Starfleet Admiral, that ended up getting work with the Time Travelers organization after my own passing, as happens. Anyway, so before I mess things up even more, we need to... There are still some of those books floating around places. I'm sure people on the Discord will direct you to them. Load into vehicle on here, and then here I want to load into vehicle. Yes, I died in a boiler explosion, as I've always dreamed. Just kidding. So this one I will disable. Load into vehicle. I'm going to set the waybill to 0. And I'm also going to set the size to 0 for now. So this will just be, it'll be an empty industry that isn't doing anything. So as for this place, but Did you die? Sadly, yes. But I lived. Uh, so, sulfuric acid. We're going to need coal. So we're going to need to create some cues here. Coal. Sheep. The one that stares into your soul. And general goods. The first one. All of these, except for that one, the waybill is going to be 0. All of these, the usage is going to be items. So the other place that we did like this, I was not creating from scratch. Now you get to see me make one. Now you're getting to see me make one from scratch. So this is how you make a complicated industry in Trainz. I'd like to think that some of this can be at least a little bit educational on how to make a route. Items. Okay. Now, how many tank cars of sulfuric acid is this place going to go through on a daily basis? I'm going to go with 2. So, let's start with that. Sulfuric acid, 87%. Also, all of these red ones need to be changed, Matt. I wouldn't worry about them too much. So, sulfuric acid or sulfur acid. 39,000 from the tanker 40-foot SD Warren. So, 39,000 times 2. Oh, we've actually done this math before. Okay. 78,000. Let's do that again. 156,000. So this is the one that we have to deal with the most, which is probably not going to be the most helpful. 78,000. Oh, sorry. 156,000. Oh, that was too many. 156,000. Waybill 50%. Sulfuric acid. 78,000. 78,001. So we have 70,000 of this. This is probably going to be the easily the most granular thing here. But the other issue is we have coal. Now the thing with this is, if we are dropping off coal from the standard gauge and the narrow gauge, or the narrow gauge, we run into a commodity issue almost immediately. Because the carloads for both of them are different sizes. So the carload for coal on the standard gauge is 69,294. The carload on the narrow gauge is 27,270. If we want to consume a carload of coal on the standard gauge, which one carload of coal, yeah, that's fine. Then we're going to want to use the 69,000 figure, but that is 2 and change carloads from the narrow gauge. That's a problem. Because it's not even. That isn't me being nitpicky, it messes with the math. So, we'll just have to do the 1 carload. Confusing or repetitive. I don't know how to edit Q. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm forcing you to figure that out. It struck me as easy, like, thinking about it, but I can understand if it isn't. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate all the work you do for me, Matt. 69,294. So, we can just bite this bullet and call it 69,294. So, 69,294. And this is twice that, which this is our Q. I'm going to delete that down the middle. I don't remember what those were. 138,588, or 69,294, which I think may divide by 4. No. Okay, does it divide by 6? Because that seems to be a good number for us lately. 6 works, so we'll keep an eye on that. Now, if we've pretty much committed to doing this, that means 138,588 needs to get put in here. 138,588 needs to get put in here. We do need to start with half that, so 69,294. The next thing is sheep. We know that we're only getting 40 of those. Yeah, that's that. And general goods. So really, this is it. This is actually less complicated than the other thing. The thing we did for the lumber mill and the olive branch is ludicrously complicated for no particular reason. 16, we need to do 16 times 8 is 128. That's how many general goods we need to be producing. That means 256. Perfect. That is the maximum we can have. 256, 128. Waybill 0. Actually, this is going to have 0 to begin with, because these items are getting shifted over to here. This actually might be a relatively easy one. 256, waybill 50%. You're going to start with 128 in your coffers, so to speak. And we can actually probably set up these industry links too, but let's do this while we're here. So this is the narrow gauge one. We're gonna do it by the book. We're gonna pretend it's not narrow gauge. 138,588. Just because that's gonna be how much. That's our benchmark. 138,588. Waybill is, I'm gonna actually punch in 0% for now, and then 69, 624 or 294, 294, 69, 294. Oh, I don't actually. Sorry, I don't want you to have any to begin with. My bad. But we do need the other one. Go on, give me the standard gauge one. This one's actually the more important one, because this is the one we're probably going to be using. 138,588. Although, in fairness, no. It makes more sense for us to be using the narrow gauge for this one. That's what the coal transfer is for. We don't really have a source of coal. We have the colliery. The thing with the colliery is it's set up to use the smaller hopper cars. Now, I just want to pay it a visit really quick. And we've got to edit it later. But the thing is, if I grab the ones that I want to use... Oh, you know what? Never mind. They fit. I take that back. I take back everything. Why do we use the giant coal cars? Because I like the look of them better. But either way, we're talking... It makes a lot more sense. It makes a lot more sense for us to be getting coal from the narrow gauge here. Because especially, even the Lionhead Colliery is up here. To get coal from there, I'd have to go all the way around. That coal is going out to points east or west. I mean... Or sorry, north or south. It's not going here. It's not going over the Gilson Eastern. So, I take all of what I said back. We are going to be using this. And we're going to be doing, let's say, 2 carloads of coal. Actually, let's see. What is the car for this? Because it depends how many I can stuff in the siding. EBT_hopper, of course. EBT hopper. Nope, that didn't help. There we go. I can't really stuff that many in the siding, so I'm probably going to want to use 2. Because I don't know if they'll get that close to the signal. No. See, now I'm thinking, would it be better to drop off too much or too little? Well, either way, we're going to want to get close. And I think this is as close as we're going to get. 27k is about 60k. Versus... And that's for 2 of them, versus 90k for 3 of them. Yeah, so that's fine. We'll do 2. We'll do 2. Which means we need to go back to the calculator. We need to punch in... What did I say it was? 27270, 27270. That might make our math easier. 54540. And I just put everything on the seed layer. I put all this stuff on the seed layer. God dang it. Okay, hold on. We gotta fix this really quick. We need to switch these over to the right layer. It's just 2 clicks, thankfully. Click, click. Click, click. Burning into our time. We've got 10 minutes left. We need the one for the sheep. We haven't added anything else. Click, click. And you... Click, click. The cars being on the seed layer, that's fine. Okay, so the narrow gauge. Unload from vehicle, it's gonna be twice this actually. $109,080. Set max units 109,080. And then we're still going to have 0 to begin with, although we are going to set the waybill to 50%. Meanwhile, over here, 109,080. The waybill to 0%. And there's not going to be any coal there to begin with. So, we've got that set up. These are doing nothing. Although I would like to do more than that. I kind of wish we could double it and have 4 loads of coal on a given day. Because this place is going to use a lot of it. In fact, maybe we could do a little bit of both. But we just can't fit them all on the siding at once. I wonder how many tons of coal a place like this burned in a day. I mean, a place like this where it's using the coal to treat the stuff, it's got to be different. So we'll double it again. $109,080, 218, 160. How about that? That's 4 carloads of coal in a day. 218, 160. And in the meantime, I will throw down 2 more hoppers to be representative. But we will not be able to unload them all at once, so that'll be an interesting maneuver. Thankfully, we have the siding here, so it's, good. We need to set the amount of coal in the other industry here, which is 218, 160. Like I said, I just keep forgetting. 218, 160. No waybill. And now we get to see if we can divide all of these by 4, which I'm 90% sure we can. So, let's see. This equals this, equals this divided by 4. Yes, we can. Of course, because what am I saying? Of course we can. Idiot. So it's consumed 19,500, and it's going to produce... Let's just change this to this. Produce 32. So 2 carloads at a time. Consume 10 sheep. like the chupacabra. You start with sheep, you don't start with goods. You start with coal, which I've got to fix. So 109,080. You start with sulfuric acid. Now we need to do the processes. So you consume coal, you consume sheep, you produce general goods. The duration is, we have to fix that later. 19,500. Oops, I misclicked. 19,500. This is 27,270, 27,270. This is 10 sheep. 10 sheep. And you produce 32 general goods. Duration in seconds is 21,600. And I could whittle that down and have this go quicker, which might be useful if we use the other coal thing, but we'll burn that bridge when we come to it. For now, it works, and all we need to do is set up these, which I need to make sure that the waybills are all set properly, which I'm pretty sure they are now. Yes. Alright, that's the last one I needed to see. So we'll start with you. Add product link from Fall River Bleachery. Question. Oh, let's fix that first, and then we'll come around to this, and then we gotta update it in the spreadsheet. So, Fall River Bleachery, what's being dropped off here? Sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid drop off. Acid goes to... Nope, not helpful. Fall River Bleachery, Warehouse 1, Product General Goods. Alright, there's one done. Next one goes to Acid. Oops, not Assad. I should really just be writing Fall. Fall. Coal drop off. Narrow gauge. Let's get the narrow gauge one out of the way. That's the important one. Let's do the other one. Fall. I don't even have to type the full thing. Standard gauge. Oh, wait, we have to set the last one first. Fall. Sulfuric acid. Coal, yes. So those two are set. We don't need to have a sulfuric acid transfer. Fall. Sheep drop off. To fall. FAAL, yeah. To the sulfuric acid drop off. It's going to transport sheep. That's a bit of an abstraction because obviously the sheep will be eviscerated here and not there. We did literally hire the chupacabra to work here. So I'll slide this back over that, make sure it's covering all the bits. It's not. It needs to be more this way. Make sure it's covering this side. Yes. Alright, cool. Well, we did it. And I need to grab these tank cars, because this has the sulfuric acid. Oh, and we don't actually need to fill them, they just need to sit here. And the sheep car also can just sit here, which is... Oh, what is it? I know I have it over here somewhere. Sheep car. It's called... stock car. We're back to the stage of fixing industries, yes. Matt, that's fantastic. I only have TNP. Oh wait, this one is the one that I need. So I was about to say, I only have CNO ones. Where's my Texas and Pacific? And that is going to be empty of sheep. Oh wait, it can carry 80? I thought it could only carry 40. Oh, it can... Wait a minute. It can carry 25. Somewhere along the line, I messed something up. Because I was never planning for 25 or 50. I was planning for 40, wasn't I? Size 80. Yeah, 40. What was I thinking? Well, we need to do 50 instead. Is 50... No, 50's not divisible by 4, is it? No, it's not. That's not good. So we're either doing 25 or 50. And I don't want to do 25. It seems too low, so... We'll do 50. Which means that we need to divide everything by 5 or some factor of 50. Which actually, considering everything ends in a 0, that should be really easy. The only thing that's not going to work with is the general goods. And I hope we can get away with it. Nope. No, we can't. Okay. Huh. Factors of 128. Factors of 128. There should be plenty, right? 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32... Okay, no, it's only multiples of 2. That's not very helpful. Because we can't divide 50 by 4. Ah, this is what I knew was going to happen. Knew it was too easy. It was too easy. We couldn't get it to work. Okay. What if I change the number a little bit? Is that divisible by? No. What if I go up 1? What if I go up 2? If I do it, if it's 10, that'll work. But if it's 5, it'll also work. It's a lot of work for only 5 carloads of general goods. Kind of wish I had another commodity here. Because then I would sub in 5 other general goods or you know, something on top of the 5 that we've got here. Knew it was too easy. Well, we're going to have to default to something else. Here's what we'll do. Let's see. Productions per day, let's go with 5. 17,280. So, 17280. So it's going to produce 50 of them. That means you got to start with 50. 50. 100. I'm going to make a note to update this because we're not doing it in the thing today. This is going to be a real boring one, but we got to do that. So there we go. 50 items of sheep. That's 2 carloads of sheep. I need to rename this building also. Fixed. Sheep load size 1 sheep. 100 And we'll start with 0. Actually, no, I'm sorry. We have to start with 50 now. Because the transfer is going to be made, the process is going to be made in here. So, sheep, and we're going to turn them into something else. Do I have a wool? Wool bale. Yes. Yes, we do, and we can use it. So we want to make 4 wool bales out of 50 items. We can't do that. We can't do that division evenly, so we'll have to figure out something else. So we can have 50 produce 50 times. We can have it produce 10 times. We will have it produce 10 times. 40. Weigh bill, 0. Actually, sorry, 80. Not going to start with any, because that's going to be transferred out. Tracks unload from vehicle, processes, whatever. Products, need to set this to items. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to consume... Let's see, we said we're going to... Okay, we're going to consume 5 items. We're going to... What was that? Oh no. We're going to produce 4 items. And this is going to happen 10 times in a day. Which means, 10 times in a day, 8640. We've probably used that number before. 8640. Ah! Yeah, I don't blame you with that one. I don't blame you with that one, Matt. Whatever is easiest. I got a ping also. Is it? No. I was about to say, is it from Matt? Inquiring already. 5 items, 4 items. Queues, tracks. That seems fine. I think we got this one all set up. So now we need to go to... We gotta move the building again, probably. Well, maybe I can tuck my camera in the ground. Come on. All the way in the ground? Damn it. Alright, get out the way. I just fixed that. So processes, instead of consuming sheep, we're going to remove that. Instead of consuming sheep, we are going to consume wool bales, which I know is not an accurate assessment of how this would work. You're going to start with not that. You're going to start with 0 weigh bill. Got to switch over to products. Grab this. Oh wait, wool bale. Set to items. Wool bale, 40 items to begin with. Processes, 21,600. Throw down wool bale. It's going to reset it, but that's okay. It's going to consume 10 items. 21,600. And that's going to be that. The only thing we need to change is the spreadsheet and the industry link. Again, industry link, or the spreadsheet, maybe I won't change right now. Because I'm hungry and I want to go eat dinner. So, that's that. We did another one, guys. We did another one of the hard ones. I think we only have one major industry left to do. And after that is the small ones, Elvira Valley Grain and the Lionhead Industries shouldn't be too much of a problem. Hopefully aren't too much of a problem. So thanks for tuning in to another episode of Under Construction. Matt, I'll be in touch. I know I have a lot to take care of and the weekend is just getting busier because, of course, Big E and podcast, etc. And because I put out that marathon episode of The Bacon Line means I have no backup to that. Hope everyone saw that, at least the addendum at the beginning. Hope everyone watched Locomotion and is voting for the new Wednesday special. And I will see you. What? And watch The Real List. I'll see you later.